Hanover Shoe Farms, the world's leading breeder since records have been kept, is proud to introduce our class of 2019, including Ethan T. Hanover, bar-hopping brother to Breeders' Crown-winning Emoticon Hanover, Batter Up Hanover, first crop of bedding line out of a daughter of Bunny Lake, Good as Him Hanover, full brother to Father Patrick, Faraday Hanover, full sister to jug winner Filibuster Hanover, Derailed Hanover, Cantab Hall's sister to Donato Hanover, Takeaway Hanover, three-quarter sister to Tall Drink Hanover. Look for these and over 200 other exceptional yearlings selling this fall.
Hey, Harness Racing Update fans, I'm Heather Vitale. Look, I'm no doctor, but I do know that when you catch the harness racing bug, there is no cure. And brothers Tom and John Cancelliere are living proof of that. From racing horses, to buying yearlings, to breeding mares, to building a state-of-the-art training facility, they have taken the sport by storm. And, well, with no antidote in sight for the love of horsepower, we're going to find out what the Cancellieres have in store for 2019. Tom, what I find interesting is that you actually married into the business almost 40 years ago. However, your passion and your brother John's passion just started maybe, I don't know, a little more than a decade, and it's been full steam ahead.
Yeah, definitely full steam ahead. Probably about 13 or 14 years ago, John started that he wanted to buy a horse. And I kind of fought him for a while, and then we decided we bought the first one, and we bought Philos. And after that, we bought a few more, and that's it. We just kept going. Then we decided we were going to train some of our own, and we bought the farm here, and then we turned around and we bought Magical, and just kept going.
You had a lot of great success with Philos Hanover, and then even more success with a Bettor Sweet. He's won almost $3 million, and he's retired here at Magical Acres. Tell me what it meant to you to have a horse like that.
He's a special horse. He's still here. He's right behind me. But he's a special horse, and we had a lot of fun with him. From that family, from the Sweet Future family, there's a lot of offspring in this barn.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, because you guys have really been doing everything and had your hands in everything, just starting like back in 2007. You know, you started buying racehorses, and then you're buying brood mares, and you're breeding, and you're going to yearling sales, and this place is absolutely amazing, Magical Acres.
Well, we tried to buy racehorses, and that didn't work out so well. So then we said, okay, we'll buy a few babies. And, you know, that's a tough thing to do, but we turned around, we bought babies, and then we started buying fillies with high pedigree to turn into brood mares, and now we have 16 brood mares, and we just keep going with that. We keep going down it. Hopefully, sooner or later, we'll get one good one out of them.
Now, you guys have had some success, and I love it. I love the passion, and we're going to start talking about the racehorses now, starting with a 4-year-old Nutcracker Sweet. Tell me a little bit about him.
We bought him basically because of the DNA. We wanted to be able to breed Bettor Sweet, but naturally we couldn't because he was a gelding. So we turned around and we bought him, and we're going to race him this year, but we registered him in New Jersey. I've already bred 3 of my own mares to him. We're going to breed 3 more this year. We're just waiting for them to fall so they can be bred, and hopefully we'll get something back out of that DNA. But he's training back super, and we'll see him probably in a couple weeks on qualifiers up at the Meadowlands.
All right, and now a couple of 3-year-olds who obviously were freshmen last year, I want to touch on Sugar Factory. Did really well last year. How's he coming along?
Super. He'll qualify Saturday at the Meadowlands. Him and Love Me Some Lou, they'll both be over there at Saturday.
Okay. Looking forward to big things this year. They look really good?
Yeah, they came back really well. They went away really well, so it was a matter of I didn't mess them up over the winter. Yeah.
All right, we're going to talk about your freshmen now. We're going to start with the big gun here, Treasure Trove, full brother to Captaintreacherous. Okay, he was the sale topper in the first session, $360,000. That was an exciting night.
Well, John and I swore after a couple of years ago we would never buy any more full brothers again. So after the first night, we came home with 2 full brothers. That's the way we do things.
That's so funny. Well, brothers buying full brothers, it kind of seems like that's the right thing to do.
Treasure Trove was a beautiful horse, and he just does everything right. He just wants to make you happy, and he's just a happy horse.
Absolutely beautiful. Oh, and I have to give a plug to myself. I did show Treasure Trove at the Lexington sale to some different buyers. So it may, not to you guys, but it may be why he was a sale topper. I'm just saying.
You might have helped us. You might have scared them away.
That's true. He could have gone for more. Who knows? All right, now, Ruthless Hanover, a Some Beach, and $57,000 at Harrisburg.
Yeah, we were sitting around like the third day. Me and my daughter, we were popping horses out. We liked him, so we bought him, and he's got some high speed. Nice colt. You know, he's moving along.
All right. How about, let me just tell you, when you come to this barn, the Cancelliere stable, the names, all right? I absolutely love this. This is my favorite name stable, if that makes sense. If you're rich, I'm single, a Western ideal. Out of Showherthemoney.
She's thrown me a couple of really nice horses, but she hasn't thrown me that quality of horse yet. But we keep it, and she's thrown another nice filly this year. If you're rich, I'm singles, a really nice filly.
So now we've got Espresso Martini, a Western ideal, out of Kahluha Queen.
Yeah, that was a beauty. We had mudslide, and we wanted to buy a filly that was in the sale, and she went for too much money. So the next day, the Kahluha Queen was in the sale, so I brought the Kahluha Queen home. I bought the Kahluha Queen, and she was in the belly.
Espresso Martini was in the Kahluha Queen.
Yeah, she was a freebie. She came along with it.
That's funny. All right, so it's a sure thing. Western Shore. Now, you own Western Shore, is that
Yes.
right, the stallion? Mm-hmm. It's a sure thing is out of Some Kind of Girl. Mm-hmm. So tell me about this one.
She's pretty much... There's Some Kind of Girl was a Somebeachsomewhere out of Cathedral.com, and she had a problem right off the beginning, and we tried to breed her a couple of times, and she hasn't really produced really much. But this filly's kind of special, and we can't believe it because it came out. I bred her to Western Shore because I didn't want to spend a lot of money breeding her this year, and she threw me a really nice filly. So you never know where they come from.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't it funny how that happens sometimes? So we're going to go to another filly also. This is Sinless, another Western Shore.
Yeah. We have the studs are all out of Del Val College. So every year we go and we look at the horses out there. And they had this one filly out there that was out of Western Shore. And we said, we should buy the filly because she was a beautiful filly. And I couldn't be there because I was racing in the Matron that night. So I had a friend of mine buy her, and we paid $4,000 for her. And she's doing very well.
Sinless?
Yeah,
you paid $4,000 for Sinless?
Yeah, no, they only talk about those. Yeah, we paid $4,000 for her.
Yeah, they only talk about the sale toppers and everything. Nobody really focuses on the ones that are like low cost, right?
Yeah.
Pack Up and Go. Now we're going to get into our Sweet Lou's because I know that you really are fond of Sweet Lou's. Mm-hmm. So we're going to start with Pack Up and Go.
Yeah, Pack Up and Go was out of Power Pack Hanover. It was her first colt, and I'm sorry, it was her second foal colt, and he's doing very well. Well, I expect to see him this year on the Sire Stakes circuit and everything. He should be okay.
Another Sweet Lou, a filly, sweet talker, looks just like her daddy.
Yeah, she got a lot of white on her, doesn't she?
Yeah.
That's another one just like Treasure Trove. Just wants to do everything right. Wants to please you. It's a happy horse. Just goes out there and does her job. She wants to go a little too much though right now. So, that's some people might consider that to be a problem.
Well, you actually got her from Lexington for $50,000, and it's funny because we were talking earlier. For somebody who loves Sweet Lou's, you don't like a lot of weight on a horse.
Yeah, and this one's dripping. It looks more like my Clydesdales than a standard bred. Yeah, it's 4 whites, white blaze. Yep.
Now we're going to move to the colts, the Sweet Lou's, Year of the Lou. First foal, a homebred, and you know about this dam, don't you?
Yeah, we owned the dam. She raced very well for us. She was a little on the small side. Once she won her way through, I think non-winners of 5, we decided to breed her. And she turned out the smallest Sweet Lou I ever seen with the biggest heart you ever want to see. When he came off the trailer here, when they brought him in from the breeding farms, they said, you better be careful with this one. They backed him up to the door. They cut him loose, and he's running up and down the barn. We couldn't get him into the stall. We couldn't catch him. He got out around the farm. He was running all over the farm. We had to close all the gates. He's just a maniac, but he's doing really well.
And that is Year of the Lou, right?
Year of the Lou.
Okay. I have to make a mental note of that because those are the ones I like to look for. When you hear the crazy stories, yeah.
Crazy.
Okay, Louie, another Sweet Lou, of course. Tell me about this one.
We weren't going to the Harrisburg sale, but we went out to the Harrisburg sale, and I told my brother, I said, yeah, we're going to look at some more Sweet Lou's. So they was 27, and we dragged out 27, and this was the best one. So that's when we brought him home, and he's doing very well. He's doing very well.
All right, our final Lou we're going to talk about is Like Lightning Lou, $150,000 purchase from Lexington.
Yeah, full brother to Love Me Some Lou. This was the second full brother that night. He's doing really well. You saw him train. He was in the second set out there today. He's doing well. He'll be ready for probably the 3rd or 4th week in May. I don't see any problem with that.
All right, now finally, we're going to tie up this interview as far as the 2-year-olds are concerned with a filly, Merciphil. So Philos Hanover is the dad, and now we've done full circle here. Philos Hanover was the first horse that you bought getting kind of into the business full steam.
First horse,
okay,
yes.
Okay, back in 2007. Now he's a stallion for you. Tell me about Merciphil.
Every year I breed a couple to him. I had a mare, Nomomercy Bluechip, that didn't make it. She had EPM so bad that we didn't go ahead with her, and so I bred her to Philos, and she drew me a beautiful filly, and she's training down. She's just, everything that comes out of Philos has got a really, or everything comes out of Panned Out. His mother has a really great personality, just real mellow, real calm, laid back, and she's the same way. Yeah, she's a nice filly.
Okay. And now, talking with you and spending the day with you, I can see the love that you have, not only for the sport, but also for horses in general. So tell me a little bit about the different kinds of horses you have, from big to small here at Magical Acres.
Yeah, we're kind of like a shoe store here. We got everything from little baby shoes all the way on up. We have the minis. The minis are actually my sister-in-law's, and we're just caretaking for her. They came here a few years ago, and they're just great. They run around. We haven't told them that they're not racehorses yet. They want to do everything. They get their baths every day. Yeah, and then I have 3 Clydesdales.
The Clydesdales, I mean, you can't help but notice them when you're driving into the farm. You've actually hooked them up and messed around with them a little bit here?
Oh yeah, all the time we do it. It started out about 4 or 5 years ago. I told my wife that I was going to buy a new Harley, and she didn't like that idea. And then my brother found out, and he liked it even less. So I told myself, I'm going to get myself a couple of Clydesdales, and I'm going to name one Harley and one Davidson. Well, that didn't happen, but I did wind up getting the Clydesdales. And we hook them up. We ride them all over the farm. It's fun.
Awesme. A little bit of a compromise there with the wifey. Happy wife, happy life, as they say. So just to wrap things up, tell me a little bit about your involvement with the sport and then your brothers, because I know that you guys have a construction company.
John owns a construction company, and him and his son still, run that business every day. And thank God, because I spend it every day.
And you're here. You live here, basically. This is your life. This sport.
600 feet from where you're standing, I live.
Yeah. And this is not work. This is fun. You're playing with horses every day.
90% of the time, it's not work. 10%, I was asked yesterday, we were at qualifiers, and people say, I hate coming to qualifiers. I said, would you rather have your horse back in the stall broke down? To me, that's the greatest thing, is being able to go to the track and race your horse and stuff. That's fun. So, yeah, 90% of it is not work.
Living the dream. Thank you so much, Tom, for being on Twos in Training.
No problem. Thank you. It was a pleasure.
It was so great spending the day here at Magical Acres in New Jersey. Thank you so much to Tom Cancelliere for having us. I'm Heather Vitale for a Harness Racing Update.
Harness Racing Update is the sport's most comprehensive and trusted news source and the fastest growing publication in the game. HRU has you covered with award-winning features and commentary from some of the sport's best writers. Stellar photography, race news, results, entries, handicapping, and video replays. The industry's most comprehensive sales results and Harness Racing's best reader feedback section. And it's all delivered free of charge to your email box multiple times each week. See why HRU is the most trusted news source of the sport's most important people from all facets of the industry. Subscribe today for free. To subscribe, just go to harnessracingupdate.com and then click subscribe for free.